A sweat-soaked hamstring sleeve borrowed from a teammate has landed one American athlete in hot water after he failed a doping test, despite saying he never took performance-enhancing drugs himself. He says he borrowed these shorts from a teammate. The teammate was sweaty, had potentially used performance-enhancing drugs. That was then transferred onto his skin via this sleeve, which apparently keeps your hamstrings warm. The landmark case is the first known occurrence of cross-contamination via clothing, leading to a positive drug test. David Gerrard is a former Olympic swimmer and emeritus professor of sports medicine at Otago University and is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. Nice to be with you.
Great to have you back, David. So tell us, first of all, this drug was Osterine. I think I'm saying that right. How is that usually, what is it and how is it usually taken?
Well, it's a drug that has a clinical use. Its use is in the development of stimulating the development of muscle, and it can be used in neurological diseases where there is muscle wasting. It also has a place in the treatment of certain forms of female breast cancer, certainly not used to enhance performance in athletes. And it's usually administered, Ryan, by tablets in oral fashion and absorbed very, very quickly.
And usually oral, not dermal on the skin?
No, through the skin. Transdermal applications are rather rare. There are some drugs that can be applied transdermally. Nicotine patches, for example, are absorbed slowly through the skin, but most medications are the route of administration is either orally or intramuscularly or intravenously.
Does this sound believable to you? Possible that you could actually be found to be doping after wearing someone else's sweaty shorts?
Well, it is, as you said in your introduction, the first time that this sort of thing has been declared, and I've never met it in over 30 years of working in the anti-doping space. And it is unusual, but it is possible. You might recall that Yannick Sinner, the Italian tennis player, number one at the time, actually received a doping sanction for the presence of an anabolic steroid, which was transmitted, he claimed, and it appeared to be, through the hands of his physiotherapist who'd used an anabolic steroid to help heal a wound on his hand, and that this was transmitted through the massage cream. Appeared in Sinner's urine in very, very low concentrations, which were thought clearly not to be performance enhancing, and he got off with a 3-month sanction. And I think this case has some parallels in that area, but I've never heard of cross-contamination through clothing before.
No. I also love this question from one of our producers, who I won't name for their sort of sanctity. Should everyday people sharing clothes with friends and family be concerned about the sweat that they're sharing with one another? I don't know that happens as often as these.
Well, I mean, I guess the take-home message is to athletes is not to share your teammates' sweaty socks or undergarments for fear of contamination and not knowing what they're taking. But quite clearly, small amounts of this were absorbed through the skin, not I think, to a level that could produce a great ergogenic enhancement of performance. But nonetheless, if it's present in the urine, the athlete has to stomp up for it, and it's a doping infraction.